Does streaming help with cognitive learning? I would not rely on it as a strategy for that, I would say. I think it makes, well, let me put it this way. When you are streaming, you are using your brain. Most of the time. However, we have to. It's got to, there's no other way. There's no other way. You got to stick with the squat here. Let me think about this for just a second. Do I want to buff your ass? I probably pass. Level 2 ox next turn. Because you're talking, as long as you're talking, I think that you're exercising your brain at least a little bit. Maybe it's not the same as, you know, doing a Sudoku puzzle or something like that. But it's a little something. You're not just leaving yourself neglected in a room, you know? I think that when you use the muscle like that, it expands. But, and I don't mean this ironically, I mean it sincerely. You also read the dumbest things on earth. Like, I think it's, just to be honest, like, let me give you the spectrum here, okay? But based on, and literally this is based on like the weekend I just had. So it's not necessarily an amazing data point, but when I'm online a lot is the closest I get to like depressed. And then I like go out and I interact with like normal people who I don't agree with in all circumstances, but I'm just out there, I'm buying groceries next to them. They're letting me in with my shopping cart and I'm saying thank you. And I don't know that as soon as they go home, they watch like a different news network that tells them that people who believe what I believe are like causing their country's moral fabric to degrade or whatever. But we're out here coexisting in public. And I get a little like buzz off of it. I'm like, oh, people are like, we're social animals, you know, we got problems. But by and large, the average person in public is more likely to help you out than to like hurt you nefariously just for their own entertainment or something like that. Streaming is like reading the most insane takes online, but it's even more insane than like the average take on Twitter in chat sometimes. So I think that can be like pretty bad for you. For sure. The take might be reversed if you work in fast food, for sure. I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen more stressed individuals than the patrons of the Everett Costco food court. I mean, these are the people who were not working like the till or the pizza machine or anything. These are the people who were just waiting for hot dogs. People are losing their damn minds. Please shut up about the Everett Costco. I won't. I will not. No such luck. Anyway, I guess, and I think, you know, your mental health, it probably plays some role, right? Like in your cognitive abilities. What a horrendous bit of bad luck for us right there. That's just a crazy snake. I'll take my 5 again. Anyway, I guess what I'm saying is it's probably worse for your, being a streamer is probably worse for your cognitive health than doing another job that actually requires using your brain a little bit more. But I think it still gives you some activity. The downside is that you have to remember, like, because it's happened to me a lot. You get yourself in the streamer bubble where you're like, my vocation in life is like entertaining people. And then like some 12-year-old kid is like, I fucking hated today's stream. Like, go die. This is like embarrassing. What happened to you? And you're like, oh, this is like the biggest problem in my fucking world right now. And then you go outside for a second and you're like, what am I even talking about? You got to expand your bubble a bit. And I'm a streamer that actually is, you know, he expands his bubble. I've got like a kid that I have to look at, and I got like, or that I look after, I should say. You can just look at your phone while you're doing the looking after part. But then, you know, I'm trying to cultivate some hobbies. I go outside, I do some exercising and so on and so forth. I try to keep myself, you know, on the straight and narrow like that. But then, like, you know, some streamers are live like 14 hours a day, and you get like a concentrated laser blast of social interaction, but like 10% of it is like nonsense. 10% of it is like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. You are a literal god. Like 40% of it is just drive-by comments like designed to make you angry. And then like 30% of it is like, my day is so fucked up. Here's what happened in my day. And you're just like, you gotta You got like a Coinstar machine for like human communication when you're reading chat, where you're like, I gotta filter and only get the. You gotta only take the stuff that's valuable. Anyway, let me see if my wife is ready to stream. It's not me complaining. It's just, you know, I think it can become a cognitive danger quickly, especially if you live in a place where there's nothing to do like Bellingham.